Hello and welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. This is Catherine with Oracle Intuitions, and this is your weekly reading for August 1st to the 7th. We're going to be taking a look into the energy of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone, but I do suggest you take a look into your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs that come out in videos on my channel throughout the week. Also, remember that time in the spirit realm is really irrelevant. So these may be upcoming energies, they may be current energies, they may be a validation of some sort of past energy. Just take them as they resonate with you. If you're not a subscriber, please click subscribe, click like, please share the videos. On Wednesdays, for our subscribers, we do free mini readings right here on the channel, and we welcome you to join. And on Sundays, we do have interviews. This is a live show as well. It's at Sundays at 2 o'clock p.m. It may not be every Sunday, so it's sort of just, kind of random. We usually do announce it on the channel throughout the week. So just, if as long as you're a subscriber, you will see that we will be having a guest that week or not. And thanks for watching, guys. Have an amazing week. Take care and many blessings. Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading for August 1st to the 7th. We're going to be taking a look into the energies of the mind, body, and spirit, as well as relationships, with a closing message from the universe. Please remember that these are general readings, so they may not resonate with everyone. Also, if you are looking for a personal reading, you can contact me at oracleintuitions.com or through my email at oracleintuitions1111@gmail.com or through my Facebook and Instagram pages. So let's take a look and see what is coming through for Virgo at this time. Right. For the mind, we have the Flourish. Beautiful card. It talks about the lotus flower fairy tells you to learn from experiences and shed your inner light on any unclear areas of your life or those of others. So I really feel like Spirit is saying it really is. It's time to flourish. It's time to blossom. If you're unclear about some sort of situations, this might be a time to go inside and really take a look, time to learn. Okay, maybe, even go into yourself to get some more clarity at this moment. Within the body, we have lost and found. What was once lost is about to be found, thanks to the lost and found fairy. Sometimes she can help us find things we never even realized were lost. So I'm getting here that for some of you, there may be aspects of yourself that you feel or have felt that were lost in some way. Maybe perhaps it's time to, maybe for some of you, especially with the pandemic, and people were really locked inside, maybe you felt that you lost some of your, get up and go, maybe perhaps some of your motivation, maybe perhaps there was just aspects of yourself. Maybe you're in this place of thinking, I used to be so carefree. I used to be in this place of not worrying or not panicking about stuff, but I feel like I've lost that. Whatever aspect it is within your personal energy, I feel like Spirit is saying it's time to go in and really start looking for, really start allowing it to re-emerge. I'm also getting nature signs. So it says, be receptive to the subtle messages from nature as you go about your day. Nature talks to us continually. We need to only open our hearts and our minds. Again, beautiful. I feel like for some of you, maybe you really do need to get out into nature, if that's at all possible. I mean, depending upon, your situation and where you're living at this current moment. But what I'm really getting here is that Spirit is saying it's time to, pay attention to the signs, pay attention to the messages that are coming through. Maybe for some, it's saying you're not really lost. You're right there. Listen to the guidance that's coming in from Spirit. Or maybe there's going to be aspects of yourself that you never even truly knew that you had. Okay, for some of you, this could be some sort of spiritual insights, perhaps, maybe some sort of strength that you needed to, dig in and find. Maybe for some of you, this just has to do with a different type of personality trait. Maybe, you know, for some of you that you thought weren't good at public speaking, you're now realizing that you can open up and that you don't have a fear anymore. Maybe for some, you know, you want to have a business or a relationship, you know, in some way. But it says it's right here within you. And I feel like Spirit is trying to show you the signs to draw it out in some manner. So let's get some clarification and see what's coming in. And see what's happening. Clarification from Spirit. We have the Five of Springs. So it really says opposing goals arising from different opinions, feeling at odds with yourself or others. So I do feel like for some of you, there might be a sort of an internal tug of war. Okay, this may even have to do with some sort of conflict that you had with others, or maybe you're currently going, you know, through with others. Maybe you're in this place of feeling lost, like I don't know the next step. I feel this tug of war that's happening. You know, maybe I'm losing a part of myself because of some sort of external conflict for some of you. Now, again, take it as it resonates. But what I am getting here is that by going inside of yourself, that solution is there for you. By maybe perhaps following the guidance from Spirit or the messages that Spirit is guiding you towards, that solution is going to be there. What was lost will be found. So if there's that part of you that was missing, or that part of you that you weren't feeling completely connected to in some way, maybe perhaps that is going to be starting to spring forth. We also have, wow, the Five of Autumn. So this is that Five of Pentacles energy. Reach out to others for assistance. Poor timing for a career change. Feeling challenged by money issues. This might have to do with money. But when that Five of Autumn comes through, this is really talking about feeling abandoned. Okay, feeling left out in the cold. Maybe perhaps being in this energy that you're all alone. And again, I'm getting the energy from Spirit is saying everything is all good, but start digging inside. If you need help, maybe it's time to talk to somebody. Maybe there's a friend or perhaps a family member, or perhaps, you know, some other sort of loved one or a counselor in some way, especially if there's an element of depression that's going on in here. Maybe perhaps, you know, it's time to go to friends and say, hey, what are my really good qualities? I could really help, you know, or what is about me that you've noticed that maybe I haven't noticed within myself in a positive way, you know, or even just spending time with yourself and working through these energies, recognizing that you're not abandoned, recognizing those. Again, it's interesting because we have nature, you know, very much nature themed in here. And I do feel that communing with nature, maybe perhaps that it's spending time with animals. Maybe perhaps it's just, you know, spending some time outdoors or again alone. But I do feel that for many of you, the answer is right there. It's not lost. All you have to do is dig in to find it. And we have the Princess of Winter. So this is the Page of Swords energy. And it says information that can help you, but may also be difficult to hear. Speaking the truth with kindness. An indigo child or adult. So for some of you, when it talks about indigo, this could be really talking about, again, people with spiritual gifts of some sort. The Page of Swords is a very, you know, strong intuitive. Okay, maybe, you know, it's time to really dig in and discover some of those gifts that you have within you. But I'm also getting here that as you're digging through this information, all right, as it talks about hearing, you know, truth that may be difficult to hear. Maybe when you do reach out to people, okay, with that Five of Pentacles energy, understand that nobody's trying to hurt you, especially if you're asking for some sort of advice, or if you're asking, you know, what is it that I can do to better myself in some way. If you're asking for the truth, allow them to present the truth and take it in that element of them trying to help you, trying to move you forward. The Page of Swords can be a very honest energy. It can also sometimes come through as an immature energy. So maybe the person may not present it in the best way, you know, for it to be heard. But again, understand that it's trying to come through with some sort of love behind it, or some sort of compassion behind it in order to help you. I am also getting here that through that communing with nature, this might be where you realize a lot of truths about yourself, or even starting to see a lot, a deeper insight of yourself in a positive way. It doesn't need to be negative, right? Or maybe you're just looking at it in a negative way. But the truth is that you are truly beautiful inside, and it's time to be found again. It's not to be left in that energy that's a negative space. It's time to blossom. It's time to flourish and come forth. So let's take a look at relationships and see what's happening. Remember that relationships do not need to be romantic. They can be friends, family, or co-workers. Take them as they resonate with you. However, these are, meant to be more romantic, right? More on the romantic relationship type of level. But you can apply them however the situation fits for you at this time. So let's get some cards and see what's coming through. First card, finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Maybe either you or a person or your other person may be focusing more on their finances and career. And maybe this is where you're feeling that abandoned feeling, okay? Especially if there's a person of interest. Are they more focused on their career at this moment? Maybe romantically, that's not their top priority. Not that they don't care, not that they don't, want to spend the time with you, but maybe perhaps in their life that they need to really start spending, some sort of focus towards nourishing themselves on a material level in some way. All right. So again, just take that as it resonates. Might be you that needs to start spending that time on your finances and your career. It also talks about free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. I'm really getting here that for some of you, Virgo, that there seems to be some sort of situation where, again, maybe you felt that you were lost in some sort of energy. You weren't feeling free. You were holding yourself back. And I really feel like Spirit is trying to bring this forward in order to release it. Okay, when we talk about that liberation, it's time to really take back your life. It's time to take back that control, as it says here, freeing yourself, from maybe perhaps a perspective that isn't helping you at this moment, or maybe perhaps getting into yourself and thinking that you're not worthy, or perhaps again feeling abandoned in some way. I feel like Spirit is saying take another look at something and recognize what is really happening here, rather than getting into this state or this place where you're feeling lost within yourself. It's time to take control of yourself. And so it talks about getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Maybe it's time to talk to your partner for those that are in committed relationships, especially if this energy is ringing true to you, or it's ringing, it's really resonating with you. It might be time to really talk to your partner and say, look this is the place that I'm at. I need that help, right? Because that Five of Pentacles also really talks about reaching out to others, allowing the help to come in. You don't need to be in a place of negativity on your own. Maybe this is, allowing yourself to get to know who you are, liberating yourself from preconceptions of who you thought you were in order to bring forth some sort of relationship, all right? We always have these areas of ourselves where we think, oh, I'm this, I'm that, and especially if it's in a negative way, I feel like that's where Spirit is saying free yourself from that, because there's so much more to you than what you're giving yourself credit to. And as you really get to know yourself, this is where that relationship springs forward, because you're now presenting yourself in a true light to who you really are, rather than some sort of preconceived notion of what you think you are. Okay, I'm also getting here that for some of you, especially if you were in this place where somebody maybe perhaps wasn't paying some sort of attention here, I feel like Spirit is really saying to you, it's time to free yourself. Don't hang on to that energy at this moment. It doesn't mean that they don't care about you or anything else. It might be just that they have to focus in on their own life at this moment, or their own finances, or their own material, career, whatever it is at this moment. So free yourself from that energy, meaning, don't sit there and be in this place of depression or thinking that they're not caring about you or that they don't want to spend time with you, because there does feel to be some sort of conversation that may be presenting itself very soon in order to deepen that bond. But there might be patience that's involved here. All right. So let's get some clarification and see what's coming in. First card, we have the moon. So powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go. What did I just say? Letting go of fear and worry, understanding the truth of a situation. Can't make this up, guys. This is exactly what I said. All right. Take a new perspective. There's a truth behind the situation. It may not be the perspective that you're looking at it at this moment. All right. Maybe just free up that energy in order for them to do what they need to do in order to bring forth some sort of conversation in the future or the very near future. Again, look at this. 10 of Summer, 10 of Cups energy. An emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Guys, it's like once you get out of that mindset of, this is this or this is that, and it's in a negative way, once you release that and liberate yourself, this is where you really start to see things flourish and move forward. And we have the 8 of Summer, the desire for a more meaningful life, or realizing it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So for some of you, you may be choosing, to take a step forward, maybe perhaps with or without a person. But what I'm getting here is letting go of old mindsets, especially, excuse me, if you were in this mindset of feeling lost in some way, feeling that you weren't flourishing, okay? And I'm getting here, it's almost like you're letting go of the negative mindsets within yourself and allowing yourself to really spring forward, allowing yourself to truly, again, blossom with who you are. It's like you're just letting go of these old preconceived concepts that you may have thought about yourself or others in order to gain that new perspective. All right. So let's get a closing message from the universe and see what's going on. I feel like that's beautiful energy because Spirit's saying it's right here. What you're desiring and what you're wanting to create can come through. For some of you, it might be right on the cusp of achieving that beautiful relationship or that beautiful job or whatever it is. But again, you have to get out of your own negative mindset in some way, or have that element of a higher self-worth with yourself. All right. Let's see what's coming in. Sorry, guys. There is some outside noise going on, and I truly apologize. All right, here we go. Yeah, look at this, the dark moon. So, maturation, growing up, introspection, know thyself. I can't make that up. Can't make that up. It's time to really get to know yourself, go in deep. Time to look at a new perspective, get out of that, whatever elements of yourself that you feel that you're holding back in or back on in some way. It's time to let go of that, guys. Time to shine. Again, blossom, flourish, all of that energy. It's time to spring that forward. Free yourself, liberate yourself from negative mindsets. And we have the 3 of Spring, so 3 of Wands energy. And it says, plan your next steps with an eye on the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. When you release those mindsets, you're really going to start to see how things can come together. You're going to start to see not only within yourself, but externally, what it is that you desire really start to be created. You're going to start to really see the changes that are wanting to present themselves in some fashion. All right. Beautiful, beautiful energy here, guys. So thank you so much for watching, Virgo. Have an amazing week. Many blessings. See you next time.